Hi, welcome into this GoKapital review. I'm going to show you an in-depth look of what this program is all about, the pros and cons. Is it a scam? Is it legitimate? And so much more. So you can finally power your business forward, continue to build it, grow, expand, and even get out of a tight pinch. Before I get started, if this is the first time you're watching me, I do come out with videos like this on alternative financing options, all small business loans, different opportunities for you. So if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do so. Click that bell notification icon so you don't miss any future videos I come out with. Let's get right into it. So with GoKapital, you can get business loans and or real estate financing. You can get business loans up to 5 million, and within the real estate financing side, 50 million. Okay, and I'm going to go into those sections in a moment, but stick with me as we go down this home page. You can see the navigation. We have home, real estate, business, industries, brokers, and a bit of more information. Now we go down here. There's a simple and quick application you can submit, but we'll go over here. You can see quick business loans providing working capital from 20,000 to 5 million. Apply in minutes, get approved quickly, get your funds. And I'm going to get into that in a moment again, what type of working capital they do offer, because you need to understand the eligibility, one, but two, more importantly, the rates. Is it worth getting into that type of working capital? Is it not? That is crucial for you. You must know what the answer to that is, which I'll get into. Now, offering small business loans, business cash advances is what they do. In other words, we do merchant cash advances here. And this is where you are given a lump sum of capital and you are taking away a percentage of your future credit card receivables and even debit receivables. So whatever you have being made of those sales will be a percentage taken away from that. And then these kinds of things happen with these cash advances. And again, you get a lump sum of it. So it says receive funding based on your monthly revenue, no minimum credit score requirements, and all industries are eligible. 1 year in business is required for it. 30,000 a month in revenue, and that's a little bit higher up there with time and with revenue being made. Bad credit and tax liens are okay, daily or weekly payments, and that's what you'll see with these types of cash advances is they're mostly daily, not monthly, and monthlies cause too many defaults, and it's just not something you're going to see in this space. And that is an advantage too if you want to get a lump sum. But again, keep the requirements in mind there. And before I get into any of the other ones, if you are looking for an alternative and you don't have that time in business, but you do want a lump sum in a cash advance, which is very popular to get, and many people go for it, I highly recommend you check somebody out like David Allen Capital Link. They have some of the lowest requirements. You can actually get up to 25,000 same day instant approval with just 6+ months in business, 5,000 plus monthly coming in, a 450 plus FICO credit score. You can even get up to 2 million incredibly fast with other qualifications in there. I'll leave a link to those resources down below in the description if you're looking for working capital as a lump sum there. Now we have equipment financing. Purchase equipment or using existing collateral for your loan. Whether you need equipment for machinery to grow your business, GoKapital is here to help you find what type and what right program that may look like. 1 year in business is required, 30,000 a month in revenue, so similar to the working capital, but the terms are higher. They're up to 5 years. They're not short like you would see with the other one. And if I didn't say this, the funding in 24 hours or less, 4 months of business bank statements are required for the working capital side. Back to the equipment, terms up to 5 years. It's longer duration because it is equipment, and you get monthly payments. So that's an advantage. If you're trying to get equipment financing / leasing, these types of opportunities, then that would be an option on the table. Receive up to 90% for a purchase or sell leaseback, all 50 states. Now you can always click there to get more info. And GoKapital, I'll have this down below in the description so you can access it, go to their sites, or it might take you to the form where I'll ask a few details so that I can get the information required so we can set something up that works best for you. The SBA 7(a) business loans, low rate financing with long terms from the Small Business Administration. If you have strong credit history, this is how it goes with all SBAs. Like we're looking at 640, 680s plus, and a profitable business, you may qualify for SBA financing under the 7(a) program. which is very lucrative. A lot of people want that one. 2 years in business required, 250,000 in annual revenue and profitability. So we're looking up there. We're looking at like 20,000 plus, more or less, 2 year in month. 2 years of tax returns that are needed. So make sure to have that on hand. That's something that the SBA looks at. The officers, they'll see that, and they want to go as far back. 6 months of business bank statements. So now you're being asked for more, not just 3 or the 4, like you would on average see, but 6. Sometimes they would even ask for more depending on what type of information you have. So they'll want to see that. 4.5% to 7% rates, 10 to 25 years, 50,000 to 5 million, closing in 3 to 6 weeks. And if I didn't, I did say that, receive up to 90% for purchase or sale, lease back for the equipment financing, going back there. Now, down here we have unsecured business term loan. This is a low monthly payment regardless of what your credit score is. Grow your business or refinance debt with our unsecured business term loans. Only available in the 30 states currently. Funds from 20,000 to 250,000, so it's reasonable. Terms from 2 to 10 years, so longer duration, more than a working capital. 3 months in business is only required. Online business checking account is needed. Low monthly payments approved in 24 hours. So I know you're thinking, okay, this sounds a little bit more appealing than a business cash out advance, but at the same time, it is very difficult to get these types of unsecured business term loans, 1, but 2, then you have higher interest rates to deal with. And then the types of funding requirements that you have to go through. Approvals are in 24 hours though, and that's a great advantage. But like I said earlier, an alternative solution where you don't have to deal with the merchant cash advances where you're taking a future percentage of your credit card receivables. We don't do that here with David Allen Capital Inc. We don't do that at all. We're a hybrid, and we do no interest, no collateral, and no hard credit checks at all. So I highly encourage you to check them out if you're looking for it. Now we go over here to personal startup loans. Now this is an advantage. Unlike other types of programs, they offer personal and startup loans. A business or obtain a low rate personal loan, obtain the capital you need to start a business or obtain funds for any purpose. Strong credit history is required. 25,000 to 500,000 is available. Terms, longer, 1 to 5. Monthly payments, rates from 6% to 18%. Credit of a 680 plus required. So it's a little bit higher. We're kind of going into that SBA like threshold that we look at. And it's up, but it's all offered in 50 states. Annual income of at least 30,000 is needed. So we're going up there higher in annual, as you can tell, if we were to calculate that, but that's the requirement for it. And I know not everybody can qualify for that. It's just riskier nowadays with everything that's happened with COVID, the production of things, what lenders look for, how they release their money to people. So no credit check business loans. Qualify for working capital regardless of your credit history. If your business generates significant income, you can receive financing without a credit check. Have 1 year in business required, 30,000 a month in bank deposits, minimal NSFs, negative balances. That's a very common thing you're going to see across all boards. Must have online business banking set up. Tax liens and collections are okay. All industries do qualify for that. Now, serving all industries, as you can see, our quick business loans help all businesses grow. And before I get into that, the part about real estate financing, or real estate loans, excuse me, we're going to get into in a moment. But they do offer real estate financing and hard money lenders, loans for investment properties, commercial real estate loans, bridge loans, foreign national loans. You can apply for a mortgage loan, and there's a loan pre-qualifier for extra resources and business loan calculators, which we'll get into more or less. But if you would like to learn a little bit more before we go quickly into the real estate financing side of things, I do have a form down below. You can get started, fill out a little bit of information. Should be one that looks like this, more or less. Just a few details like name, email, phone number, just a little bit of revenue history, credit history, and the funding amount requesting and use of funds. We can see here what type of real estate financing you're going to need. More or less, it could be a little bit moved around, but that's what you'll see down below. Make sure to access that. It's a full page here, as you can see from me here at Viral Funding Solutions, and you'll be well taken care of. I'll get that information from you, and then I will be able to follow up with you and see what the best course of action is and how we can move from there. But I'll also have information here from GoKapital you can access there. Now, let's go down here and continue forward. Serving all industries, our quick business loans help all types of businesses grow. We're talking about cannabis. We're talking about more higher risk industries, especially when you look at all types of loans that can be offered. You have things on the side of like payment processing and other forms that, not specifically payment processing here, but just to make the point that this industry is of a higher risk, but they do and they help in that. Retail stores, dental offices, medical, funding for expansion, restaurants and bars, e-commerce business, accountants, transportation, construction. So you can see if you're a trucker, they have truck leasing options. But if you are looking for a great financing option for equipment, then I highly recommend you check somebody out like Everlasting Capital. Although GoKapital can help, I recommend somebody like Everlasting Capital, and I'll have more resources to not only transportation type of equipment, but all types down below. But this is one program I recommend you check out. I'll leave a link to a review I did down below in the description. Make sure you check them out. Now, we have a little bit of everything, as we said here. Fast and easy, apply for funding, real estate financing. Now we get to this part, hard money bridge loans. Use private real estate loans to grow your investment portfolio, fix and flip loans in all 50 states with quick closings. Now, commercial mortgages, we have that. We see rental investment property loans. Down here, for the hard money bridge loans, LTV is up to 75% of the purchase price, up to 100% of rehab funds, terms from 1 to 2 years, 7% to 14% in interest rates. Minimum property value of 100,000 is required. Residential investment in commercial properties, no vacant land, primary residences or rural properties. So in case you didn't know what, let me come back up here. What hard money bridge loans are is it's just where you want to get a new, you have your eyes on a new property, you want to buy it, but you have insufficient funds. You have an old property that you can borrow against to raise the funds for the new property. And when you have that new property, everything's going, then you can sell, what you had currently at the time. And so that's how it goes with that. And we use that with gap financing, and that's how we can give you it. Commercial mortgages, financing from 100,000 to 50 million on commercial properties that are available nationwide. LTVs up to 70%, purchase, refinance, terms from 1 to 30 years longer, 7% to 14%, so similar interest rates. Minimum property value is at 100,000, as you can see. As the other one we had, closing is in 2 to 4 weeks. We work with offices, warehouses, retail, restaurants, multifamily units, and many other commercial property types. Rental investment property loans. Our rental investment property loans, they offer great rates and long terms, again, with long terms for investors. Purchase loans or refinancing is available. So rates can be as low as 5.5% to 7.5%. So now we're getting in the lower parts there. Terms up to 30 years, so long duration there. LTVs up to 75%. Credit score above 660 is required, so we are looking at credit on that. No personal income verification or tax returns are required, so that's a great advantage. All 50 states are welcome. Fixed rates and adjustable rates are available as well. So why choose a fix and flip hard money loan? You know the answer to that question, more or less you do. So if you're a real estate investor and you need funding for flipping properties, GoKapital can really help finance up to 80% of that purchase price and up to 100% of the rehab funds. So you don't see this so much so in other parts. That's why I recommend GoKapital for the real estate side, because you get finance up to 80%. And it is legitimate and it is very helpful. There are no hidden fees, nothing like that. Funding is available nationwide with a minimum loan amount of 100,000 and rates starting at 6%. And that's another advantage with the rates. Our private hard money loans can close quickly and with minimal documentation. We can offer loans to both purchases or cash out refinancing properties you may already own. We have programs for fix and flip investors, also rental investor properties, foreign nationals, and so much more, which we'll get into. And then again, this form will be down below, more or less, can get into it. GoKapital also offers cash out refinancing, as you can see some of the benefits in that, but we're going to move through this so we can get through some of the other parts. 24-hour pre-approvals closes in 24 weeks. What people are saying, watch, we can click here. And then let me do this. It's giving it a second to load. All right. So positive, great local private lenders in Miami. They answered all my clients' questions and we are able to close before the expected dates. Highly recommend them. So let me move down here. Fantastic company to work with, very professional and fast. They help small businesses and startups obtain funding. I recommend them to anyone looking for money, especially if you are a startup. Listen, if you're struggling with getting startup funding, If I've talked to you, there are no shortage of ways, but it is very difficult to get it with less time in business, a certain amount of revenue coming in. Although there are options that are maybe not the way you want to go, it's just, this is an option that's on the table. Now let's go down here. I genuinely appreciate the understanding that GoKapital has towards people regardless of their background. This is what makes them one of the best dealers in the US. I respect Oliver and his team for understanding me and my borrowers. So Gabe, for commercial real estate and business funding, these guys are one of the best in Miami. I've been working for them for a lot of time. Thanks for all your hard work. And you can see a lot of things that people are saying about it. If we talk about professional, my experience was super easy and the staff that helped me was very professional and courteous. This is my second loan with GoKapital. I always recommend them to business owners that I know. Okay, now let me come back over here and continue with this. Why then? They were established with one goal in mind: to help small businesses obtain working capital and real estate investors finance transactions quickly. And as a financial technology company with them headquartered in Miami, we have simplified the lending process to provide you with more and better finance alternatives than a traditional bank. Whether you're looking for $100,000 in working capital or $1 million for a cash out refinance, they can help you out with that. Now, they go over here, the A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Now let's go up to the top and we're going to look through some of these programs and we'll round out there. So we have business loan, a merchant cash advance. As we know, from 20 to 5 million within 3 days of getting funded. The most accessible funding option on the market, quick payback structure, fundings deposited in hours. So loan amounts, we saw 3 to 18 months, short term, time to fund 1 to 2 business days, factor rates starting at 1.20. Per merchant cash advance to work for you, where you can get a lump sum. I already explained to you more or less how they, what they are, how they work, and if you should apply for them. But again, like I said, my alternative to that, and what I believe to be one of the best ones, is David Allen Capital here. You can get up to 25,000 same day instant approval, no interest rates, 50% less expensive than MCAs. They are more fixed. You know what you're getting without them having to change, and you know having to go into a default. You can even get up to 2 million if you qualify for that type of funding too. But the steps: apply online, submit the documents, approval process, and you're from there. Now, a bit of the other ones you get, like a business line of credit, startup business loans, small business loans, as a few other ones. I can only cover so much, right? I want to get into the real estate a little bit here so I can show you what that is. So with our startup business loan, rent a location, buy equipment, purchase inventory or more. And then you can see there, loan amounts from 25 to 500,000, terms 3 to 10 years with monthly payments. Rates range from 6 to 18%. Startup business loan benefits, and then how to qualify: have a 700 plus FICO credit score, or credit score on 2 of the 3 bureaus, 5+ active revolving accounts. History of installment loans, less than 3 inquiries in the last 6 months on each bureau, 40% credit utilization or less, verifiable income such as taxes, pay stubs, W-2, etc. Fill out a simple online application. So you can see how easy, it's not the most difficult, but it isn't as easy too, because of these scores you required, the type of accounts, the utilization, and a few other things to show verification on taxes and stuff like that. So there are still some, I don't want to necessarily say downfalls, but there are some restrictions when it comes to startup funding. It's not as easy to do it because you have to think about it. If you're a startup business, who is going to want to fund you if you don't have any kind of credibility or proof? What if you just vanish or you just go down and it doesn't work? You can project, but that's only so much. And we're not speaking in terms of math and numbers here. For your business, through startup business loans, as you see there, are there really startup loans? And best ways to use an unsecured business loan, not to put any kind of like collateral in there. Hiring new people, marketing, a few other things, funding for other reasons, and just some of the benefits for that. So you can check them out. Let me click here for apply now for a startup loan. And this does give you a soft credit pull, so you don't have to worry about it affecting credit score. So get started. You'll go through here, desired amount of funding. What is the main purpose? Do you already have a business about you? And then you just finish. So that's it. And let me come back over here. And then you can see there are some things like equipment, a business line of credit. Let me click here just to quickly show you that. So we're looking at amounts from 20,000 to 250,000, terms 6 to 12 months, minimum score of a 630, pay online for the money you use, fast and easy online application, 24-hour approval, and 1 to 3 days funding. We'll lend in all 50 states and in Canada. You see this where some programs just say the US, they don't offer outside of that. Early payment discounts, save on interest rates from 3% to 18%. So while you do get interest on this, it's not necessarily the highest, or is it that high at all? And the advantage with the business line of credit, you get approved for a certain amount, and it'll be approved on depending on things like revenue and credit score and a few other things. But you get it, and you don't have to use it as a lump sum. You get, like, let's say you wanted 100,000. So you only want to take out, you only want to use 10,000 of that because of a season or something you need to do. Then you only take that out and you only get interest on that amount. You pay it off, goes back in as a revolving line of credit, gets to use it over again at the full amount. Now, that's an advantage to have where you don't get a lump sum, and you can use it like seasonally from time to time, and you only get interest again on that. And it's not exactly the same as working capital. With working capital, you get a lump sum, but there are advantages to the two. Now let's go down here. You can see a little bit more information, and I want to move into the real estate. I know there's also equipment loans and stuff like that, but like I said, I already gave you some of the details to it. But we click on real estate financing. Also, let me know in the comment section below, have you ever gotten funding for real estate financing, any other type of business loans? What are you having trouble with? What do you need my help with? And for all other information, look in the description, my email, and other ways of contacting me and so forth. Commercial mortgage lenders. For business owners or real estate investors who are looking for commercial mortgage lenders. GoKapital, a Florida-based with no company. Hard money loans, fix and flip, commercial property loans, bridge loans. Rates start as low as 6.99%, up to 80% lifetime value LTVs. So grow your real estate business today. Get approved online within minutes. Commercial real estate loans nationwide from 100,000 to 50 million. And then here are going to be some product guidelines, which we'll go into in a moment. So how it works, contact us and apply, get funding fast, start your project, and you're good to go. Now, one way to get in contact, again, I'm going to leave this form down below. Fill it out. It'll come to me. I'll get some information, then I'll be able to send it to our providers, and then I can assess better and then get better feedback and understand what will best fit your needs. Enhance your real estate venture success with GoKapital. Again, commercial real estate loans, foreign nationals, fix and flip loans, hard money loans, and you can see they offer a variety. Now, if you have questions, always get in a call. Commercial mortgage, financing from 150,000 to 50 million, terms up to 30 years for owners and non-owners, occupied properties, all property types, official, retail, warehouse, and more. Purchase property, refinancing your existing mortgage, or obtain a cash out mortgage. So residential investment loans, financing from 150,000 to 50 million. Terms are up to 30 years for owner and non-owner occupied properties. You can see a little bit more or less what we already reiterated. And then we can click through each and one of these. So if we clicked on commercial real estate loans, you can see pre-approvals in 24 hours, up to 50 million nationwide. And as low as 6% from 1 to 30 years. And then mortgage loan consultants are there to help. Fast approvals, all credit scores are accepted. Loans ranging from 150K to 5 million. Loan to value, excuse me, earlier I said lifetime value, I'm used to saying that. LTV, up to 80% of a purchase price. Flexible terms, both fixed and adjustable. They're quick underwriting process and they're competitive rates. As you can see, with those rates as low as 6%. The types of commercial real estate loans that they offer, again, private commercial property loan, jumbo loans for investment properties, these fix and flip loans with hard money loans, rental investment property loans, and so forth. Cash outs, refinance, vacant land loans. And here's a commercial real estate loan calculator, which I wanted to show you. And we can just move it around here. How much did you need? 733,000 just about, estimated at 7.5 interest rate, loan term, you get 16. And then payments, you see $66,571 per month, and you can continue with that and go through the application process. Types of commercial real estate properties that they lend for: multi-unit, mixed use, multifamily residential, apartment buildings, vacant lots, warehouse, hotels and restaurants and resorts, office buildings, retail buildings, townhomes, condominiums. Applying with them is easy, 3-step process. And if you have any questions, I'll link to this down below so you can check these out. But we went over what the requirements are, the rates between 6% and 14%, That said, your final interest rate will be calculated based on the strength of the whole application, property type, location, credit score, real estate, investment experience, etc. And you'll get, when you apply, you'll know more about this stuff. So that'll be all in there. We can see some of the other ones here, which bridge loans, foreign national loans, and a few other ones. We can see hard money bridge loans there. And loan application approval timeline, same day approval available. Time to fund your loan, 2 to 4 weeks, of typically a little bit longer out there. Property type, single family, multifamily, commercial, industrial. Loan amounts 100,000 to 50 million. Loan terms 6 months to 24 months. So it is a little bit more in that shorter frame, but it's like that turnaround where you need that those funds for your new property. So lien position first, LTV up to 75% of the current value of property. Interest rates from 7% to 14% interest only payments. How does it work? You can see there's a little bit of details. Come back over here, we get a little bit of the other information. Apply for a mortgage, loan, and foreign nationals, loan pre-qualifier, and just a few other details in there. Now, let me click one of these, and you'll see a little pop-up box there. If you're going to see a pre-qualification form, do you have at least 30% as a down payment for mortgage for commercial property here? Will the property by owner occupied? Yes or no? When do you need to close by? There's a little time frame here, within 4 to 6 weeks, 24, less than a week. And then do bank statements show funds for down payment? Yes or no? Is the property in the US, 50 states? What is the loan amount that you are requesting? Would you accept interest rates ranging from 7% to 14% and so forth? And then we can go from there, cash out refinancing, different questions, and then hard money loans. We're asking at 30% as a down payment if you have at least that. So this is how they go, okay? It can be more asset-based, more collateralized, just know that. Okay, so that is going to conclude everything that I wanted to go through in this video, so much so that I could cover in one video and saving more time. But this form will be down here for real estate. I will leave more resources to GoKapital, other types of funding solutions, such as David Allen Capital, Everlasting Capital. And if you haven't already, I'll leave a form to a free 6-step pre-approval lending checklist that will walk you through step-by-step what you need to know before you walk into an application, and you know with 100% certainty and confidence you will get approved, where you're not wasting time, you're wasting days, weeks, months, and even years trying to get approved. This will show you the process of how to do this. So that'll be linked down below in the description. All of the ways of contacting me as well, and other videos, blog posts, and so much more. So make sure to check that out. And if you enjoyed this video, you got value out of it, please like it, share it with others, subscribe if you haven't already, and click that bell notification icon so you don't miss any future videos I will be coming out with. Thank you.